Hello, my name is Miyu, and I am going to do a tutorial on how to do this really cool animation that plays whenever you grab a fizzbone. And this is Avatar Dynamics. What it is just a fizzbone component with additional extra parts in it that allows me to have this animation play whenever people interact or grab this bone. Alright, and I will be demonstrating this on another avatar. This avatar is one of my for sale avatars, Chu, which has this contact in it. I did not make this contact or pioneered this. This is just, I don't know. I'm gonna pretend my Unity didn't crash and I'm gonna just do this from the beginning. This is the avatar I will be demonstrating the tutorial on. I already have the fizzbone set up for the leash, which is what I will be doing this tutorial for, as you can see. You need to scroll down, and let me collapse all of these, and you're gonna want to look for this, options, and there's a blank field for a parameter. You are gonna want to type in whatever you want your parameter to be named. I will use Leash Contact for the demonstration. And as you can see, there are now a few options here for parameters that you can input into your animator layer. We will be using leash contact underscore is grabbed, which will mean that whenever this leash fizzbone is grabbed, any part of this fizzbone, it will play this parameter and the animation that goes with it. Now you're gonna wanna do your gesture or your animation for your avatar's gesture, if you choose to have one display for this animation, which I will take a quick minute to do. Alright, so I got my animation for the face I would like my Abby to make when the collar is pulled. And you're going to want to take note of every shape key that is defined by this animation, and you are going to want to make a opposite animation with every shape key that you used originally off and at 0. This will be our basically idle and default animation that it will return to when the parameter fizzbone, when the contact is not being in use. I don't have to do this one. Alright, those are all of the animate shape keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, perfect. So now we have our two animations that will basically be used by this contact. One with the gesture on and one with the gesture off. So now you're gonna wanna go to your animator layer, and you're gonna wanna scroll down and make a new layer, and you're gonna wanna name it exactly the same way that it was named here in your fizzbone component. So for our sake, we will be using leash contact underscore is grabbed, which is a bool. So you're gonna want to go here and input your contact name along with whatever key is needed for the animation to work, and you're gonna set that to 1. And here you are gonna wanna you'll want to go in here and grab your animations. You're gonna grab the 0 and pull that in, and then you're gonna pull in the second one where all the shape keys are on. You're gonna right click it and hit make transition and click on your leash contact 1, and then you're gonna do the same with leash contact 1 and bring it back to leash contact 0. Now you want to click on your arrows, and you're gonna want to make sure that there is exit time for this, because this is a gesture that we'll be essentially turning on and off. So you're gonna want to make sure that the gesture turns off smoothly and not abruptly, so it looks more natural in game. And for your conditions, you want to click the plus sign here. And I believe you gotta actually, you also have to go into your parameters and make that same contact name, leash contact underscore is grabbed. And you wanna have that there. Head back to your layers and click your arrow. And you wanna scroll down and find it, leash contact is grabbed, true. Have it for the first one from 0 going to 1. And then do the same thing with your transition back. Set your exit time and your transition time to 0.1. Make a new condition. Drop down the menu and scroll down to where your contact is. Conditions, and then do false. So the first one going from 0 to 1 is true, and the one going from 1 to 0 is false. You do not need to, you do need to put this here, and that's it. You don't need to go into your parameters to make it actually work, but I will double check to make sure it is all working correctly. Alright, and as you can see here, we are in play mode, and if you go and interact with your bone by grabbing it, you can see that the animation is now working and it is changing on my avatar's face whenever I grab this bone. And it does transition nicely out of it when you let go. It returns to its default state naturally and not abruptly. And that is how you do your leash grab contact animation for SDK 3. Hopefully this was somewhat easy to understand. I will try to edit to the best of my ability and fill in parts that don't quite make sense. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment them and I'll reply back at whenever I can. Or you can head to my Discord server where I do offer avatar help and avatars and assets and textures if you're interested in my work. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.